Almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau, the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Hey, Mace, how you
Hey.
doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Just relaxing after a long day. It feels like it need to be Friday.
Right, it does.
It's just like Tuesday. Like I don't know, Tuesdays be
Hey,
here.
everybody.
Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Jay Rucker, Ranting, and Cheryl. Thank y'all for joining us. We have a lot to talk about because the episode was kind of interesting.
It was. It was
There was
a lot
going down. So we're just gonna get right into it. Like our name say, so we're gonna start off at Sanya's party, and I do want to say that Sanya kind of rubbed me the wrong way this episode. I was kind of annoyed. I feel like Sanya's gonna be annoying.
Yeah, but like I said, she knows how to play the game. Like I said before, she's going to sit there and cause a lot of conflict, and wait till her sister get together. Because I know on her show, when her and her sister got together,
I think it's her mama. I think her mama.
It was all of them. Like they was all with the mess. Like they was.
And it's funny to me how the loudest person is always the one talking about somebody over talking them. So, to me, she's like the loudest. She's the Duchess Simone.
Yeah, I don't want to really, at this point, I don't want to see her next season. She can go.
Yeah, she can go. Like a lot of them come from one season, then they drop off and then they leave. She's that one that can go.
Yeah, she can go because she's just doing too much.
She's doing a lot. So let me start off with the party. They were cooking and everything from last week. Drew walks in. Immediately when Drew walks in, I see the passive aggressiveness. Sanya starts playing with her hair.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, isn't that kind of invasive, or do you let people just play with your hair? Like, she was just pulling it. And why do you let people do that?
No, like if they ask me, like if I have one something like this, and if can I feel it? I probably, depends on who it is.
But it wasn't done in that type of way. It was.
Yeah, I know exactly. So I'm not going to walk up to nobody like.
It's like y'all keep gaslighting this girl. Y'all gonna make me be on Drew's side. Like to
me,
and
I don't even like Drew after she slept with Darwin. Like I'm still upset about that. I'm not going to give that up. I'm still upset. And her wigs was looking better. I don't know if because her wig game has stepped up since the cat was on her head. Mm-hmm. The wig game has stepped up, so maybe she just wants to fondle it, like.
I think she's the only one with the team, so maybe her team, started to help a little bit more, as far as that is concerned with the hair.
Why does she need a team?
Because we're gonna get to that at the end. Because some people don't have a team. That's why their business is flipping and flapping, like Sheba Sheree.
Is that even a business right now? Like,
I don't think it's a business. I think it's a project, like a high school project.
Yeah, I think that's just a name. Probably she probably paid for that's the one time she paid for something and got it. The copyrights, maybe.
I don't think you can buy any pieces from Sheba Sheree. Can you?
I need to know, does she even own the name Sheba Sheree? I'm gonna investigate that. Because she don't like to pay.
She probably don't. And it'd be funny if somebody goes and buys.
Right, because I could just see her next season crying. Somebody, I can't use Sheba Sheree. I could just see that happening. Like,
it's not the same as Monique and Candace with Drew and Sanya because they actually had real beef. I feel like this beef with Sanya and Drew is manufactured.
Yeah, it's made up. It's definitely made up. Like, I think Sanya is looking for some attention, some light. Mm-hmm. So she's going for the weakest link. She saw that she came in on, with Drew. Mm-hmm. And when she saw the dynamics of the group, I think she just like, wait, I came in, I'm better on the wrong horse, Let me, I should have came in as somebody else's friend.
I can't remember how it started. Do you know the reason why Sanya is mad? I can't remember.
She said that being that this is what she said. She has said that, she's Jewish, being that she was Drew's friend, she did not like Drew's behavior. So she wanted to correct Drew's behavior. She said Drew putting her hand in Sheree's face was a no-go. She did not like how that happened. So she had to go back, man, and go and regulate Drew and tell Drew and sit down upon the group and tell Drew that, look, Drew, I could have told you in private and told you this, but me have to tell you in front of everybody that me not like the way you act. Me not like the way you put your hand in Sheree's face. Me not like it. And so she wanted to make a big deal over that.
So yeah, that's real petty. And because that had nothing to do with Sanya. So you're interjecting yourself and creating beef. Because I was like, I was trying to sit here and remember what was going on. No, I mean from Sanya, she knew she didn't like Drew, so don't touch her hair. Yeah. And it was also,
Drew, I'd have been.
It was also like you remember when Toya and Mariah fought on Married to Medicine?
Right, because that's that passive aggressive. Like you said, it's a little passive aggressive and trying to like put you like, ooh, little girl.
Basically like, saying that you a plaything, I'm gonna play with you. That's what it, implies to me.
Right, because that got Mariah duffed at the pool, and Mariah Obama had to jump in with her pocketbook.
Mariah was probably drunk too. So you got to think it's at a party. It's late at night. They was probably drinking.
Right.
Kimmy says her touching her hair was aggressive for me. I would have popped her. I mean, I feel like a lot of people would. Like that's to me, it's passive aggressive.
I'm gonna need Drew because Drew was popping. She was talking Cash Money shit last season. Like, I'm from Chicago. Just like she like.
Allegedly, I mean, I think I saw a video of her and LaToya. They made up or something. That they was in a club together. That was good. So,
who?
Drew and LaToya.
Who's LaToya?
Exactly, but she was on that last season. She was the light skinned girl who was.
Oh, LaToya Forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Please, there was more drama with her. That Vaughn person. Then I remember him
off the show.
Right. Did I remember? I'm like, LaToya, who was she?
Yeah, exactly. She ain't nobody.
The one that Ken with Kenya was trying. She was in between Ken and Kenya then.
Yeah.
So she was trying to play lesbian to her. Okay.
Yeah, for a storyline.
Right.
So the next thing is another thing with the passive aggressiveness, I feel like, is bringing out the gold medal. I mean, it's an accomplishment. It's a good accomplishment, and you should be proud of it. You really should.
She should, but you don't know who you are. And you give me a gold medal to put on my neck because me won a dirty wine contest?
I think she was just looking for a way to bring it out,
Right, because did they give the medal back? Because if I won the dirty wine contest and you put I'm not giving it back.
I think it's an honor to have a gold medal, and I don't think you should let everybody put it on.
Right, and I'm like, is this can they have the gold medal? Is this their reward? You couldn't.
I'm sure she took it back. I mean, why would you give away a real gold medal for a dirty wine contest?
But why are you even pulling out that gold medal? Like, you want a reason to pull that gold medal out. Like, girl, you could have went to the 99-cent store and got one of the little trophies and be like, here, you won the dirty wine contest. Like,
and really, it's a dinner. So why did you bring your gold medals to a dinner anyway? I don't understand that part. So, and then what I also didn't like was Mama Joyce chiming in when Sanya was going against Drew. I think Drew wasn't doing anything but making faces. Once again, y'all gonna make me be on Drew's side. I'm kind of expressive too with my face.
Mm-hmm.
If we're having a conversation, a lot of times, you can read my emotions on
right. That's what I always say. I need to get a t-shirt. I do have a t-shirt actually saying I can never control my face. I can't control my face.
And Drew is an actress, so of course she's gonna make a lot of expressions.
Yeah, she's a little dramatic,
But I felt like, especially with Sanya Mama chiming in and cussing at Drew, and what if they decide to get disrespectful with your mom? That would be a whole different situation.
Right. The mamas should, mind your business, not unless, it's like a fight. Then you pull out your pocketbook and start. But if the fight is not going, mind your business, because I'll curse somebody's mama out.
Depending on if you push me. Hey, Ray.
I'm cursing you. I'm gonna give you one. Get your mama. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be your warning. Get your mother. That's as far as I'm. Get your mama, because if your mama could, I'm cursing out your mammy. I'm gonna give your grandmother 2 warnings.
Yeah.
I'm gonna warn her like, miss, and then get your grandmother. That's gonna be your warning.
Yeah, the Grammys should stay out of it because they don't really know what's going on anyway. So I know you want to defend your child, but just stay out of it. But one thing Drew did say that I totally agree with was Sanya is clout chasing.
Definitely. I think so.
I think she's definitely clout chasing, especially jumping ahead when she offers Marlo and Sheree like a trip to Portland. And, I feel like if you're really friends with somebody, you don't always have to be the one, bearing gifts and doing something for somebody else and try to be cool. It just either you fit it or you don't.
Yeah, I don't think she doesn't fit in with the group. I don't think this is not her scene. And she's trying too hard. She's trying to go for the most popular ones, and let me solidify myself by getting intertwined with the popular girls,
And little does she know Marlo is about as fake as a $2 bill. So
right, Marlo will turn on you. Is Marlo a Gemini?
And Sheree.
Both is Marlo a Gemini?
I don't know what Marlo is. I want to say.
I think she's back in November somewhere, but I was like, because she will turn on you in a minute, like
in a heartbeat. So they were arguing, Drew and Sanya, and I felt like Sanya was getting loud. I felt like she did take it from 0 to 100. I do feel like I understood what Drew was saying though.
Yeah, because it looked like it was a show-off move. Yeah, it looked like she, I started off calm, and then when Drew, she looked at, read the table like, wait, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, and then started going off. So Drew's like, she was pulling a Kim when Nene was about to choke her.
And all of this because you didn't like it because she put her hand in Sheree's face. If Sheree said nothing about it, then why are you worked up about it?
Yeah, like you are not in control of that girl's behavior. Like if you're her friend, like if she put her hand in your face, mind your business.
And I don't think Sanya is above it either. So I'm pretty sure when you get mad, you put your hands in somebody's face too. So I don't think you're above it. So I don't understand this. It just looks manufactured. So Drew kind of deflects because the heat was on her. Her and Sanya was going back and forth about some non-existent beef. So she threw Kenya under the bus about Kenya feeling uncomfortable with the vibrating panties in New York.
That was just a weird segue. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Where'd that come from? I'd be mad if my friend just threw me under the bus.
Wait, I wasn't even prepared for this. Like, at least I'll get prepared because we talking about vibrating panties. So I'm like, it's about to come. So I'm getting my words together. Like,
And then of course, Mama Joyce chiming in. You wasn't even there, and
Mama Joyce. That now, she's, Mama Joyce. I'm scared of Mama Joyce, honestly.
Yeah, she just need to meet somebody that's gonna shut her down.
I don't want anybody to shut. I don't want anybody to shut Mama Joyce down because
you remember
everybody who Mama Joyce shut down ended up real down 6 feet down. So I'm not even worried about her. Low key, I'm not. She can say what she want. I'm like, that's one person. I'm not arguing with your mama if her name is Joyce.
I just feel like Todd Mama was the only one who could really handle.
Right. Exactly. People who stepped up to Mama Joyce and had a little backbone to Mama Joyce. So I'm gonna just leave that there, and I ain't saying nothing about Mama Joyce.
I understand. Kimmy says, I understand Candy being mad at Kenya would discuss it with her first. They are real friends, Kenya and Candy. I feel like if you're uncomfortable with something, you say it in that moment, even if you have to pull somebody to the side. Don't, because I think she gave them the panties and they went home or something. And I mean, they went to their rooms.
Yeah, to put them on, but Mama Joyce did have a point. Like nobody could control your crotch. Like nobody's like, ain't nobody controlling my panties. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, she did give them to everybody so that they could be controlled. So that was the point of the game.
Yeah, and I would have told her, look, Candy, like who supposed to control my panties?
Yeah, she should have said something in that moment. I agree.
Right. I would have told her, like, Candy, look, you know, this is cool for the married ladies, but us single girls, you know, I just find it inappropriate because who's going to be controlling my panties? You know what I'm saying? Like, who?
But I understand how she feels because it is kind of weird to be single on a couples trip and everybody else is couple, and then you got the vibrating.
It's just kind of weird. Period. Like I said, I'm conservative in certain ways. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not gonna be with a group of my friends and we sitting there buzzing. I don't care if we are married and amongst married couples. I'm saying, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like with my that's just
it's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
Candy should know people have boundaries, but then also again, you should communicate your boundaries. So also one thing I did not like is the whole hoe talk. Now Candy a hoe. I mean, now Kenya a hoe. We're gonna go through her list. I mean, I'm sure all of y'all have dated people in the past,
right? And you know, to Claudia Jordan did mention on TGIF, like she's been in Hollywood for a long time, and honestly, she never heard about Kenya in any like men's like that, like
dating someone and messing with them, like smashing is two totally different things.
Yeah, and then she's like, as long as she didn't smash Nas, then we're gonna have to fight.
I think she did.
I don't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know she was in that Street Dreams video and then she was pretending, you know, like she was, you know, they were doing
who was thinking about that movie though? Why bring up that movie? Like, who was thinking about that movie?
The casino and I just hope that she didn't touch him. Like, I just don't believe Nas has sex with anyone. Like,
You think he's pure because Khalees would say otherwise? So.
No, Khalees is a liar. That's the only person that I don't believe a word that Khalees says.
You don't believe Khalees?
No, but I believe. Look at who makes this aggressive music. I hate you so much right now. What did you mean by that, Khalees? Like, you know, draw. You know, you were enraged. Like, so maybe he was defending himself against your Harlem ways because you are from Harlem.
And where are you from? Brooklyn?
He's from Queens. Queens are more calm or verbal. Yeah, he was from the projects in Queens, but he's not. He would never do that. Never.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kenya didn't bring it up. Drew brought it up. So why y'all mad at Kenya for talking about it? Drew brought it up.
I can see Candy being upset, but Candy could be upset because I would feel like, well, Kenya, you're my friend. You could have told me. You didn't have to tell Drewski. You know, you could have told me.
Oh, so y'all gonna be in here down in Khalees. We're not gonna have a Khalees bashing session over here.
No, we're not bashing Khalees because I think that, you know, I like Khalees' music. I think that she's different and I like her style and everything like that. But I think that I think she was more very elaborative on the fact because like they probably both were young and hot, you know what I'm saying? But don't deem him as an abuser, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? You're probably was both at it and like you can be heated, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but I do agree with I beat the shit when she says that she didn't have to wear them. Like, if you don't feel comfortable, to just say I'm not comfortable wearing these.
Right, just like Mama Joy said, ain't nobody controlling my panties.
Or if you got to make up a lie, say, "Oh, it's that time." You know, I can't do it this time. You know, something.
Yeah, I would have just told her straight up, "Candy, you a freak," and ain't nobody a freak like you. I would have just, even if it would have been like joking but serious, I'm like, Candy.
But yeah, Candy do take it too far sometimes, and Candy has the tendency to be tacky to me sometimes. Everything don't have to be about Long D or sex or dildos or, you know, she's been doing that since she's been on the show.
Yeah, as soon as like it's been real, like everything is pertaining to sex. So I think that she does need to segue her storylines a little more where everything is just not about sex because, you know, ever since she had the stripper, ridiculous, down to the thing with Mama Joyce, you know. And we thought Mama Joyce, I thought because the way Mama Joyce and her was acting, I'm like, oh, this is a little loose relationship.
No, Mama Joyce was acting like a prude during that time. When
but beforehand, like with the sex toys and stuff like that, she would be like, you know, whatever. So when the stripper came, I was not expecting Mama Joyce to act the way she did. So when she did, I was like, oh, okay, you know.
To feel comfortable with bringing the stripper in front of your mom says a lot.
But to feel comfortable to talk about dildos in front of your moms is a lot for me. Like, that's a lot.
Like, certain conversations, you should just, limit those in front of your mom. Your mom should,
right, but this is what I'm saying. Maybe Candy lines was blurred because even the way she was talking about the dildos with her mother, so that's why I didn't expect her mother reaction to be, the way it was. Because I'm like, y'all was sitting there talking about dildos, and now she bring one to the forefront. Now you mad? And I was like, okay, Mama Joyce.
Maybe she got a touch of dementia, but she don't remember, the conversation.
Because I've just been upset. You pulling out talking about the sex toys and stuff. Just certain things is just like, I know you should talk to your children and your children should be open with you to come to you for certain things, but just certain things, it's uncomfortable. Like,
I beat the shit says, I'm not mad at Drew for tagging Kenya in since she laughed and said Snake's mama was going to beat her age.
Not tag her in. That was.
I mean, she did tag her in, literally.
Right,
but I did think it was kind of also funny and sad that the mama was jumping in. But she was already hyped up. Sanya already hyped her mama up, because she already felt some type of
way. Because she told her mom, my mom was ready. Her mother was just waiting.
Because I noticed I look at everything. I noticed the microaggressions, the passive aggressiveness. You was pulling her hair when she, playing with her hair. Then the mama says, "Oh, you're late. You missed everything."
Like you didn't cook. Like,
you didn't cook. Like, she.
First of all, I should have been cooking anyway. I should have been getting served. We should have been coming here, sitting down, tasting the food. I didn't want to massage the chicken.
Like I didn't come for that. Do not invite me over somewhere to cook.
Right, I did not come for that.
I can do that at home. Ray all day said, "Do you think Candy is too cheap?
Ray.
The best remotes." I think these were her products or were they products that she bought somewhere?
Maybe I hope they were her products. Knowing Candy, they probably were her products.
I don't know. She didn't really try to sell them. Remember when Phaedra brought the stripper there? Was it Bolo? Mama Joyce felt some type of way. It was
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. But after
this is why I thought that she wouldn't, because the way you discuss sex with your daughter and the way you discuss dildos, that's why when her reaction was like, "How dare she?" Such and such and da da da.
Was Bolo around during the was Mama Joyce around with the Bolo saga, or was it ridiculous?
It was ridiculous. It wasn't Bolo. It was definitely ridiculous when Mama Joyce was down to the thing because Nene was there, Peter was there. Everybody was just, I think it was him pleasuring himself that really disgusted her. I think maybe he could have took it out, and swung it around, but him actually pleasuring himself was too far. Because honestly, I would have just been staring like.
Mm-hmm. But hey, that was years ago. But it just seemed like Candy kind of she just can't never have a regular event. Like she can't invite us over for dinner and just let it be about dinner. Even when she did the invitations to go to New York, it was like a BDSM.
Yeah, you done dressed your cousin and his girlfriend up and sent them down to people's doors naked. You was too cheap to even hire somebody. You went and got your cousin.
So
Candy, and I see Candy is cheap because Candy says she's taking care of the community. So that's why she's, penny pinching around here.
I don't think she's cheap, but I don't think she's like spending money all willy-nilly.
I think she's frugal.
Yeah.
She's very frugal.
But frugal is cheap.
Well, frugal sounds a little more, of the upper echelon than cheap. When you get past a certain tax bracket, you become frugal.
Yeah, that was a lot. And I get secondhand embarrassment when I see stuff like that. When I see people, like Candy, like you're doing too much.
Yeah.
So the next scene, we have Marlo. She's at the Atlanta Women's Expo. For y'all who don't know, they do this every year in Atlanta. So they usually get like local celebrities. I'm pretty sure all the Atlanta housewives have done it. And we have singers that have done it. I think Fantasia did it last year.
Mm-hmm.
So Marlo get on there. And really all they're looking for is a name to draw people because Marlo really ain't nobody anyway.
Right, because only time I hear about her foundation is this, what is it? What's the name of Marlo's foundation?
Wham it up. And we're gonna talk about their foundation. So they're at the Atlanta Women's Expo, and then Marlo goes on with her sad story about how she grew up in the foster care system and had to scratch her way, which explains how the way she had, she's a gutter snipe, but she grew up being a gutter snipe, so that's how she grew up to be an adult. That's just who she is. So she's at the event. She's talking about her charity, which is, I guess, dressing girls up.
See, this is what I was kind of confused about what exactly her charity does. Like, do they just give women clothes? Are they helping women? Or is it like a Dress for Success program like we have in New York here? Is it what is it? Because is this like, are you giving them? Do the girls know the blueprint of how you got your money? Are you telling them like, look, where the billionaires be? Mm-hmm. Is it some type of like, what is exactly is your program doing other than dressing these girls up in labels?
Are you talking about frugal like the Chrisleys? Because they're rich and white and they're frugal.
Right, they're very frugal. Like you become frugal. Like I'm not
talking about the Chrisleys who
they're frugal scammers. Like they're like, they frugally scamming. They like
I don't look to the clear as the goal of what I should be or how I should spend my money. So
but them Chrisleys, I'm gonna hand to you because off topic real quick. It's a show on HBO. I forgot what the name of it is. And I swear the Chrisley guy, Chris Chrisley, needs to sue HBO because this is him. Like this man, I forgot the name of the show. I'm gonna find out the name, but it's like patent after him.
They stole the character.
They stole the character from him. Like it's hilarious. The man is married, but he, real like flamboyant, like, and he has a wife, like in the character, and he works like in the school. He's like they all trying to fight. It's called The Principal. They're all trying to fight to be the principal. It's on HBO. It's hilarious.
I love that term too. I love that term. Ever since Iyanla called what was her name?
What's her name?
It's gonna hit me.
Nefertiti.
Called Neffy a gutter snipe straight up out the hood. That will always be.
You was a gutter snipe. She was like a gutter snipe.
That's who you was talking about. Talking about they frugal, but they out here scamming too. Everybody out here scamming.
Right. They all they kind of get it how they live. Get it how they live.
All her programs make people have a lot of questions. Yeah, that's true. Like La Archive raises a lot of questions, and this charity
because it's questionable. Like because it's never a full like explanation of like because like La Archives like where did you get these fashions or are these fashions that obviously not these are
those are hand-me-downs. Those are hand-me-downs. So
no, but this is. But as far as whatever, as far as that name she had stole and she couldn't copyright it and had to misspell it. What is the like? Was that Foxy Brown's Christian Dior belt that Foxy wore on the cover of Broken Silence? Was that the belt, or was that J-Lo's? Was that the Versace dress that she wore to the Grammys? Was it the exact dress, or was it just the dress? But not the dress. Did it have J-Lo's booty sweat in it? That's what I want to know. Was it J-Lo's? Or was it just you bought the dress? You saw it like, ooh, I got $1 billion there, I'm going to buy it. I need more explanation like on this stuff. Like,
I'm trying to figure out how Marlo got ownership of all of these, rare items. I mean, do you have ownership?
That's what I want to know. Like, is this the celebrity's item itself, or this is item that you saw the celebrity with and you just wanted to purchase? Like it's like very. I need her to elaborate further. I need further elaboration. I don't understand what's going on.
Because no one knew she had a charity. I didn't know she had a charity.
I knew she had a charity because she spoke about this charity before, like a couple of seasons ago, but we never heard about it again.
But what is it about? Do you dress girls up for one night, or do you take the clothes back, or do you just
this is like I don't know. Are you preparing them like this could be you in the future? Like you trying to like raise little call girls? I don't know. Like you starting them early. What's going on? Like is it Dress for Success or is it dress for white billionaires? I don't know. Like, because I need to know, like, if she's sitting the class on how to dress to get a white billionaire, I'll take it that way.
And also, one thing I did want to know is Marlo is treacherous. She's loyal to no one. She's on the phone with Drew, boosting Drew about Sanya because she mad at Sanya because Sanya didn't invite her to the thing. So she boosted Drew, agreeing with whatever Drew is saying. And, you know, it's just like her and Sheree are real kind of shifty to me. They're not showing their best character, in my opinion. And I don't feel bad for them.
Yeah.
You're mad because Sanya like Candy and Kenya. That's just childish. So the next scene we have is Sheree in her house. I don't know if that was her therapist or her friend. It looked like her therapist.
That's her therapist. Is he married? Does he got a woman? Because he be acting like he want to get with Sheree sometimes. Like
he said a lot of sexual things, but it did kind of catch me off guard with like when he was talking about the guys jacking off in prison. I know we can't.
This is not the first time he spoke like this. This is what I'm saying. Like, is he her therapist? Because he is crossing professional lines.
But I do feel like somebody had to break it down for Sheree. Because it shouldn't have taken someone to sit you down to tell you that this was not going to work. You talking to a jailbait, you know, waiting on parole.
Honestly, I don't think Sheree don't want no man. I don't think she want no person. I don't think that I think Sheree is what you call asexual. One that likes to, I think she's definitely giving asexual. Like she likes to be by herself. Like it's like, no, maybe, you know, we could go out to eat and, you know, somebody could see me with you or whatever like that. And it could pretend. But when I go home, boy, get out. Girl, get out. You know what I'm saying? Go home.
The life coach was cringy. He was also giving off like single for a long time tease.
Oh yeah, he's a life coach. That's what he's because I was like, because he's coursing. Because I was like, if this is her therapist, he's coursing all types of professional lines because you are not supposed to use any type of sexual innuendos with your client. Like
Cleo said, the moment my therapist would have talked about someone jaying off, I'm gonna just say that. To me, I would tell them that their services are no longer needed. But I will admit, when I did hear it the first time, it kind of threw me.
But this is not the first time he spoke like that. Because last time he was on there, I'm like, is he trying to get with her? Like, maybe she should see what's up with him. Like, forget Tyrone. Like,
but I don't think that that's her type. I don't think that's her type at all. He does look like a cornball. He just. I think Sheree likes some type of excitement. I think that. When y'all date somebody,
at this point, what is Sheree's type? Because we don't, you know, I don't like I said, I think her type is A. Like it's like she doesn't like because like Bob by the other guy that was a scammer with the bald spot in the middle of his head by Tyrone, like the people that you have selected, it's only been 3, of course, but it's just weird, and you still seem not so interested. Like you. I don't know if it's like a wall she puts up. She doesn't want to get hurt or something. Because that's why it really took me aback to see her sit at that table and cry. Because I was like, wow, Sheree's crying. Like
the thing with Sheree, like, do you really think that it was going to work? Like he was in jail. He has nothing else to focus on. Like the guy said, it's just him, the roommate, and the other guys in jail. So of course he's going to tell you whatever you want to hear while he in there.
Yeah, because like at this point, Sheree, you a little bit too long in the tooth to not know what guys from jail give. Like regardless if it could be true, if it's not going to be true, you're going to be wary, especially as an older woman, a woman of a particular age and a woman of a particular house. Like you're gonna be a little wary. I'm not going to try to jump all in, and no, we're going to see what they do when you get out. We're not going to be doing all this. Like, no, we're going to see how this progresses when you're on the outside, because you could tell me anything while you're on the inside, because that's what they do. You got time to sit there and think all day, like, and create stuff, and you're passing around notes. Like, please, in the 90s, my cousins would tell me like how they used to get a letter like from a guy, and then like, oh, yo, that sound dope. Let me get it. They'll copy the letter. So it's like 20 inmates and sent these letters out to these girls, and they all gassed, or, you know, like.
But also, just because he's talking to you, you think you're the other one he's talking to while he in prison?
Right.
I'm sure.
Like, the point is, you met Tyrone scamming. Mm-hmm. Like Tyrone was trying to scam you and Nene. Tyrone was trying, Nene was the bigger drawer at the time. Mm-hmm. He probably saw you. You were the better looking one at the time. Like, let me say something to you. But basically, he had y'all fighting. He had Nene talking about she cashing Trump checks.
I mean,
so this man was questionable from the beginning.
I get what he was trying to say. I get what he was saying because what he was saying was true. It was the way he could have said it in a better way.
Yeah, if he was a professional could have got to the same point without using those terminologies.
Yeah, and it's so funny how TV is so different now than what it used to be. I remember back in the day, you couldn't say anything if anything would get bleeped off, especially on reality TV.
Right, and I'm like the progression of like it's just getting looser and looser and looser because it's like the progression. Because I watch old shows. I like to watch Dick Van Dyke because like I was up watching Bewitched, the black and white versions.
I'm not even talking about even back.
I'm just saying, how it just progresses and progresses. Like you couldn't even say certain words, and then you could say this, and then and then it just progressed. Wow. So you got from not even sleeping in the same bed with each other to saying jacking off. Exactly. Where is America going?
It seemed like Real Housewives of Atlanta is so vulgar. Out of all the housewife shows, it just seems like it's the most vulgar.
And it's so crazy. Like this is your flagship show. They should be. I think they just want it gutter. I don't know if it's because it's the black ladies, but
Potomac isn't like this though.
This is what I'm saying. Potomac it isn't like that. I think because Potomac, the women of Potomac hold themselves to a higher stature.
I'm not gonna say that either because they get into it too. We know that, but I'm not saying
they get into it, but they don't go as low and certain things are not said. And when things are done and said, it's like, oh my God, no. On Potomac, but Atlanta just they don't even
they will get in the gutter with you. I will say that I feel like the Potomac ladies are a little bit more classy.
Yeah.
Definitely when y'all added Marlo to the roster, a lot of curse words would have been flying. Hey, so I guess he gonna school her. I don't know why this is breaking news for Sheree on why it didn't work out. And then when he asked, "Are you still gonna talk to Tyrone?" She over there looking crazy. Like,
if Tyrone ever pick up his phone, she will.
I mean, I think she's just gonna continue to try to use him for a storyline as long as she can.
Tyrone knew she didn't want him. Like Tyrone, Sheree don't want. I don't think she wants anyone. Like I think she just wants to be by herself. She wants money, and she wants to be by herself.
But she knew he was on parole, so why didn't you go to the halfway house if you really wanted to see him? Why don't you meet him at the halfway house instead of y'all going to the cafe like he's free to roam wherever he wants to go? Everybody has rules when you get out and you're on parole. Everybody's rules is different. Sometimes you gotta be back in the house by a certain time, or you can't go a certain amount of miles from the halfway house.
I don't even think he knew that she was coming. And when he found out, he just was like, ooh, block. Like, girl, why are you here?
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go next to the next scene, which is Candy Messy house, her little guest house. And she's digging through trash bags to find clothes for Marlo's.
Now that was some bullshit. She's putting out them trash bags now. Candy, ain't nobody want your tacky clothes.
I mean, this stuff looked like it could have been used. It didn't look like dirty clothes.
No, it didn't look dirty. It could have been expensive, and they could have been. But I said it's just Candy is not. How can I say? Candy is not somebody who I'm gonna go to for dressing. Like if I want an outfit, I'm not gonna go to Candy and be like, "Oh, Candy, what you got in your closet?" You know what I'm saying? Candy just always gives me tacky and cheap, and it could be expensive or whatever, but she gives me just tacky and cheap. Like, oh, I'll just throw this on because it fits.
And also, these women are older, so why are you expecting them to donate young people's clothes? How old are the kids that you're trying to give clothes to? You got to think about that.
I don't know. Will she trying to get that blouse to that little blue?
Yeah, because they look real matronly. So why would you?
And that Sherilyn, that Sherilyn jacket too. that was just, girl, like, what decade did you pull that bag out of? Like,
but also, y'all gonna hate me for this, but at the same time, even though her stuff may have been a little bit tacky, can beggars be choosers? I mean, this is
obviously Marlo beggars can.
Evidently so, but if this is a charity, most people don't donate the brand new stuff that they have.
Right. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why we need to know exactly what is Marlo's charity, because if you find out what the charity is, you can donate accordingly. Like, so if you knew that this is what this is, she wouldn't be digging through a bag of 1994 clothes. She would have been like, well, let me just donate some money or donate, or something like this, because we don't know exactly what this is. Like,
but I think it's okay, but I just feel like when Candy called Marlo, I think it was very rude of Marlo to say, "Oh, we don't want hand-me-downs. We're gonna just, don't do that."
But she could have worded it differently and not made it sound like that. Like, Marlo doesn't have any tact. Because if I was Marlo and I know I'm not going to give my girls like used clothes or whatever, I'm like, Candy, I really appreciate that, and maybe if we have another event for something, we can use those clothes. But as for now, we are buying the ladies brand new clothes so they could feel a little more confident in themselves. I wouldn't have said like hand-me-downs, like, or whatever. It's a way to get your point across without sounding like you just out for the money. Like, well, ain't nobody want that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, Candy isn't the best dresser out of everybody, but I'm sure she has some nice stuff that somebody could put together and make an outfit out of.
They don't want it.
I think they do. If I'm sure Candy stuff.
If the homeless is giving Miss Wanda potatoes back, the undressed is giving Candy clothes back.
But I just feel like if you're in the foster care system and someone's donated clothes, I'm sure you would be appreciative of if the new clothes and the used clothes, especially if they were gently used. Like, y'all don't
like here we have a Dress for Success program that they accept gently worn clothes, gently used clothes, and for the ladies to dress up. This is what I'm saying, but this is for ladies to go to job interviews. This is for ladies to get like maybe their first week in the door with their job until they get paid, because they don't have sufficient clothes for business. So this is why we need to know, what is Marlo doing? Because if you tell us exactly what you're doing, we can adjust accordingly. Like, we don't know what you're doing. You could say this is for Young Prostitutes of America. And just like, we don't know, like, what is this? Like,
I don't think Marlo is articulate, and she can't really get her words across the way that she wants to. I just noticed that a lot. Like, I don't want to compare her to Dr. Heavenly, but it seems like Florida women seem like I don't know. It just seems like they just don't really have a lot of tact.
Yeah, they're just a little rough around the edges. Like, I'll say that.
like really gutter. I don't believe beggars can be choosers. I do believe if you have a preferred criteria for a charity, it should be stated clearly and tactfully. Yes.
Right. This is what I'm saying. So if we know exactly what the charity wants and what the charity does, we could handle that accordingly. But if you sit there and say, well, it's a charity and it's called Glam It Up for a girl, I've been down there digging through my bag too. Because I got a bunch of clothes up there I could have gave tomorrow. Like, I got clothes I could give tomorrow.
Somebody would have loved it. Somebody somewhere would have loved to have
it. And this is what we need to know. Is this just not what your charity does? Like, I wouldn't have offered you no used clothes if I knew that your charity this is not what we do here. Because it is some charities that only accept new clothes with tags on it. Like, if you have anything with tags on it, please bring it. But we know that from its agenda and what it says. Like, so we don't know, like, what does your charity do? Like,
but I don't think Marlo knows what it does. But she just gonna act like she do something every year. So good for her. And then her little tired speech of, I was gutter. I got picked on in school. Like, I'm sick of 40, 50-year-old people talk about they was picked on in school. Like, let it go. Let it go.
No, because you know what? Some people have what is called part compartmentalized stuff. Like, to whereas it could be one moment in their life that they relive because their brain actually doesn't function well. Like that's when they have it. And you could look at Marlo, you know, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, like she looks a little.
She's a little bit slow.
Yeah, like she's like thinking. So sometimes they horn in on just one thing. Like, look, I got picked on for this, so I can't be this. And that could have stuck with her. Like, you know, I'm gonna do what I have to do to not and to go above and beyond because you see that's basically her main focus. Like,
yeah. I mean, at some point you got to let that go and don't let that be an excuse. Move forward. Hey, thick girl. Obviously, you're doing well for yourself.
Yeah, that's like, come on now. It's a lot. And like, what are you actually teaching these girls? Because if it is a charity, you should teach people how to be appreciative of what, you know, because you just never know.
Yeah, that's what basically what she was saying. It was like a prison letter template for all the people, you know, to write to the whoever they talking to.
Right, yeah, and it was like 20 girls getting this one letter, and they probably thought they meant, oh my God, he is so sensitive. Look what he wrote. Oh my God, he loved me. But your neighbor upstairs saying the same thing with the same letter. Like,
but it's always like a poet in jail, so they probably all went to the writer of the group and then just asked him to write a letter.
Yeah,
everybody copied the letter.
That's what happens. Yeah.
Don't get therapy. Don't complain about it on a reality show. That's that you better with people on receive.
And then you should be instilling in these girls their worth is not their clothes. Like,
I think Mama Joyce made up that story about the child who took her lunchbox money, her lunch money.
I think Mama Joyce was talking true. Mama Joyce ain't make up nothing. I ain't say that, Mama Joyce. I know that probably really happened to you. Like, they took your little lunchbox and you was like, nope.
I don't believe that happened. I really don't believe that happened. She probably remembered it that way in her mind, but that's probably not how it happened.
I'm not going to say it didn't happen.
What you scared of Mama Joyce?
Yep.
You think she going to come down on you?
I don't know what she doing or how she doing it, but we know. I'm just saying, I done seen two people try to get froggy with Mama Joyce, and they ain't amongst us anymore. So
besides Tom Mama, who was the other person that
we went with Candy first boyfriend, the one that she came on the show with AJ.
So you say because they didn't like
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying when people go buck at Mama Joyce, like, because AJ was definitely like, you know, I'm getting in, I'm marrying anyway.
Sure. I'm sure the clothes were clean. I don't think that they were dirty or anything. I mean, I think used clothes are okay.
Yeah, it should be okay, but we need to know exactly what the charity does. What will you accept? What you won't accept before we start digging through our closets? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you're saying you're not taking used clothes, but like, what is the message that you're sending these ladies? Like, you're sending them, like, you should be appreciative. It should be like, all right, you know. Because we don't know what she's doing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what Marlo's over there doing with these glamored up girls.
Make It Make Sense says Marlo is teaching them girls what she knows, how to
be. This is what I'm saying. This could be the national
the back of the truck.
She could be the new NHA, the National Hoes of America. We don't know. Like, we don't know what she's doing. This
she's the original city girl. She really started that. But she only dates like old white men. Usually the city girls date like the rich black guys.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. Are you teaching these women how to find like billionaires and how to dress for success of the spreadification of your legs? How to dress for success for spreading it, laying it low and spreading it wide? We need to know, like, what exactly is this charity doing? What is your organization doing?
And Make It Make Sense brings up something that I also wanted to bring up. Marlo leases used clothes, but looks down on gently used donations. Make it make sense.
This is why I brought up the law archives. Like, are these? That's how I wanted to know. Like, are these? Is that Foxy Brown's this Christian Dior belt that she wore on the cover, or is like what is it? Like, did you buy this? It doesn't make sense. I don't know.
What she explained,
basically, make it make sense. Period.
From what she explained on the show was that it was used clothes, that it was, you know.
No, this is what I'm saying. Is it used by her? alone.
Not her, but other celebrities.
This is what I'm saying, though, because the way she was saying, like, oh, this is the belt that she wore. This is the belt that she. Did you acquire this from Foxy Brown Stylist? Did you acquire this from Versace, from Donatella? Like, where did you get these items from, ma'am? Did you purchase them yourself? Because she did say a couple of them. I went to Paris and I saw it. This was the first thing I bought in Paris. So
I don't know. Marlo,
I'm just at a loss. Like, I need to hit Marlo up in the DMs and find out, like, what are you teaching these girls? What is the charity for? Like, you teaching them how to get a job? Are you teaching them how to find a billionaire?
I don't think she's teaching them anything. From what I'm understanding, is she's just dressing them up.
I think she should revamp her organization and call it the PPA, Potential Prostitutes of America, and she needs to just revamp this whole thing. She's teaching girls how to be professional hookers.
Well, I mean, she said that she want to see the tax documents, and there might not be any documents.
Right.
She probably don't have an LLC or nothing. Marlo's idea of dressing for success is not wearing underwear. Woo! He is going.
Wait, she's like.
But Marlo,
I'm ready for success.
She would but then she's gonna look down at Candy for doing that same thing.
Right, because I guess she's like, I hold on the down low because you never heard about me with enough. Like, but she probably just.
Thinker says, I want to know how many people was used her business besides Tammy Roman. I don't think Tammy used the business. I think she just used her as a stylist. I don't think she got anything from the archive, but Marlo was styling her for an event. Marlo's good at spending other people's money.
Right.
She's the material girl.
She's definitely the material girl.
With Paradise, at the end of the day, she better learn from Nene because is showing up team too much for a peach. I feel like Sanya and Marlo are in danger of losing their peaches.
Right, and Marlo is definitely in danger coming for Candy.
Because especially if and when Portia comes back, because I do believe Portia is coming back. Marlo is out of there. She gonna be back to a guest. They're gonna do you like they did Sheree. Don't ever feel like you above it. Like you just untouchable. They're gonna do you like they did Sheree. Keep dropping you every season, every other season. And Sheree, she really gonna get dropped because Bravo doesn't like it if you're so unpopular that no one likes you or no one wants to film with you.
Yeah.
That's what happened last time, and that's why Sheree was not asked to come back.
Because Sheree gives boring, like, they could have brought back Deshaun Snow. Like,
Deshaun is boring too.
But as I'm saying, but her and they give, at least we know she's going to have a charity that don't raise no money. Like, she's going to do something.
So I guess this is the crowd that she's catering to is light-skinned Keisha, Tammy Roman now. Portia is the valedictorian. I do think Portia's coming back next season.
Yeah, Portia's going to have to come back because I don't think Simon got the funds that he's alluding to.
I do see. I mean, I have seen where Marlo has styled Tammy. I'm not saying that she hasn't. I guess they're talking about the clothes that she was styling Tammy with. But we're gonna move forward to Kenya and Sheree meeting up and they were having waffle. How did they say it? The omelet waffle things.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but it was a cute name. But
that looks so good, and I do want to find the name of that place because it's somewhere here in Atlanta. Y'all, if y'all could think of the name of it, it was
a waffle omelet. It was a
waffle omelet because that looks so good, and I do want to go.
It was an omelet made in a waffle maker, like.
But it looked really good and filling. So, and I love me an omelet with some ketchup on it. But that's the first thing I wanted to say was that one was I think it was Womlet.
Yeah, Womlet.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, a womlet. Yeah, I do want to go to that place and get one of those. It's so Kenya was talking about how she's been struggling. You know, she's been sick for the past couple of days.
Yeah, and like I'm gonna need to find out what Kenya had.
Evidently, she didn't have no COVID. I mean, obviously,
Right, because you know at this point everything's COVID. Like you can't even sneeze no more. You can't cough it.
But I think this is around the time Omicron was going around, and a lot of people were getting symptoms and they weren't testing positive.
Yeah, that's true because I did have the symptoms and I was like laid out, and every test I took it was negative.
And so nowadays, you never know. But as long as you ain't hacking over me, we're good. You know. So Kenya is talking about the struggles that she's having with her Kenya Moore hair care. All of her products are, I guess, the bottles are made overseas in China.
This was just giving me Robin Dixon. Like,
I can understand because there is shipping issues right now going on in the world, so that's understandable.
Yes, a lot of shipping issues, but girl, you done missed the bag with Walmart. Like, you should have been on top of that. Like that's like when Robin was saying her hats and Macy's and all this stuff, and she didn't do. Like, it's Macy's or wherever it was a big box store. So why would you even play games with that? Like, you know that we've been in this pandemic for how long? At this point, you know if something has to be done a couple of months, and usually with those type of situations, they give you about 6 months in advance to get ready. You should have ordered that day they told you because you know about these problems as a businesswoman. Like, girl.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not going to compare Kenya to doggone Robin.
No, but I thought Kenya would know better. I thought Kenya would be more on top of
Kenya
her.
Was doing a lot. You remember she was on Dancing with the Stars. She was getting a divorce. You know, she has a child that she's raising on her own. So
she should have borrowed somebody from Drew's team. Drew ain't using them.
Obviously, well, do you want somebody from Drew's team?
Not really, but push come to shove. That's the thing. And push come to shove, shoot, you missing the Walmart bag. You Drew's team couldn't have did anything worse.
Is it hood to put ketchup on your omelet? I guess so, but
I don't know because I never like. I just don't like the. But I see people do it. Like they put the ketchup on the omelet.
You don't do it? Maybe I have just hood tendencies. I'm going to get that omelet this weekend. Let me know what part of town.
Right, yeah, I'm going to get it.
Screenshot the location of the place because I do want to go try it and see how it is. The dynamics, one-on-one and group scenes are starting to look weird. RHOA needs help.
Yeah, they do.
It just seems like I don't like the manufactured beef, especially with Sanya. I think and all that yelling she does, and that boom, boom, boom. And it's not what she think it is.
Yeah, it's like she's one of the rough. I'm telling you, boy. You saw she lick off a shot. Tell me why Jamaicans we do 2 shots of buck.
I think she wants to be like she wants to be the breakout star, but no.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she's gonna overgive, and do too much. And I want to see the dynamics when her and her sister get together because I know last time when her and her sister got together, like.
But that wasn't on this show, so I mean, I can't remember her show that she had before. I can't remember; it was so long ago.
Yeah, but that sister, they like. You see how she jumped up on Drew and Drew, like.
I think the mother jumped on Drew. Was it the mother?
I said no, it was the mother. I said, but you see the way that she went from 0 to 100. Like that's the type of energy she's going to try to give for for people to notice her.
Kenya is hilarious when the way she pulled Drew's chair. I think that was funny.
Yeah, that was funny because you just heard the scrapings. Like, because Drew, you just heard like.
And Drew, if you feel like she's trying to push you, at least kind of
scoop a little bit to her way, or do a little bit of this. Drew just sitting there like you would have to drag me.
Drew was holding her own. Y'all making me be on Team Drew's,
right? Because Drew was like, drag me. You gonna have to drag this chair because I'm not moving.
But I do feel like Sanya was getting. We're gonna get to that in a minute, but before that, we got to talk about She Broke by Sheree, She by Herself. We got to talk about that business that she only wants to bring up while she's filming for the show. That's the only time she wants to talk about She by Sheree. Yeah, and they showed that busted commercial from 15 years ago that she did. You remember with iMovie. It looked, y'all know the commercial. I might post it tomorrow, but that commercial was so cheaply done, and she thought that she was rocking it.
Right? Who did that commercial? Dwight? Did Dwight do the commercial?
with that porn music on there,
right? And the slow motion,
but
the fake smile, like everything was in slow motion.
I guess it's her storyline with Tyrone Fizzle that she's gonna have a new storyline is She by Sheree.
And then she talk about she got cups and all this stuff like
cups and yoga mats. I wrote that down. I'm like,
cups and yoga mats. Like, girl,
where are these yoga mats? Because all you had to do was post it on your social media. You have a following.
Right, the thing is on the other side of her basement. She got probably like 10.
I think she's lying about that stuff because you could have posted that on your own page and just say go to
and sold it because who wouldn't buy a piece of She by Sheree to just say they had She by Sheree? Like it was something from She by Sheree that actually existed.
I don't think people are jumping in line to buy She by Sheree.
No, but this was like as a housewife fan, like if she was selling She by Sheree keychains, I would buy it just to say she had something She by Sheree. It was something made that you could purchase that has She by Sheree name on it.
Like I'm gonna tell you something. People in Atlanta don't care about Sheree like that because Sheree not too long ago was selling T-shirts in Piedmont Park for $5. She was also selling pictures for fans. Like if fans wanted,
I saw her do that. I saw her
take a picture with Sheree. She was charging per picture. I'm like it wasn't that serious for me to be paying for no picture with Sheree.
Right, I'm not paying for a picture with Sheree. Like, girl,
no, because I've seen more who've taken pictures.
And wasn't she a trainer at one point?
She should have been. I think that would have been a good route for her.
I thought that she was. I thought that's what she was doing. She was doing personal training.
But I don't know if she wasn't, but I think that would have been a good mode for her. I think she was talking about doing workout clothes at one point, and then she stopped doing that, and then because that takes a lot of planning and money, and
Sheree needs a manager. She needs a I'm gonna call Sheree, but Sheree don't pay, so I'm not gonna even help her out. But she could really parlay this the black Denise Austin. Because she could be the new black Denise Austin, like with the workout videos and like get the little barbells that says She by Sheree on the side, like, ooh, she can do, or she can, she can run with the she thing and then make it like a woman's movement to get into shape and stuff like that. Because people are really looking for something to do, like to get in shape or whatever. And she could create an app. Because Sheree ain't gonna pay me.
Sheree, I think that is a good idea for her is to do like workout videos and stuff.
She could be the next black Denise Austin. Because trust me, I used to be up at 7:00 in the morning with Denise Austin. Yeah, but I'm gonna need her to get more personality though. She's gonna need to be more fun and more personality. Everything can't be 1, 2, and step. People want to work out and have fun.
I agree. She got the peach because of Tyrone, because of that storyline was so ridiculous. Maybe that's why she did it, is so that Bravo would be looking at her again. Because otherwise it just didn't make sense. And now that the Tyrone storyline has fizzled out, now all of a sudden you're doing She by Sheree. I thought that
he did say that. He did. I believe he did mention in that Tasha K interview that that Bravo wanted him, I guess, to come on the show, and he was saying he did kind of make an appearance. So I guess maybe that was his voice. Like you heard his voice.
I'm sorry, but I don't think Sheree has established her brand enough for me to go buy stuff. Because what if I buy a yoga mat from her and it tear up the next day?
Right, you ain't getting your money back.
And I know she's gonna overcharge for it.
Right, so you ain't getting no refund.
It's gonna be a $50 yoga mat, and that thing probably gonna break after one use.
I think she really needs to start out with the workout videos or whatever, because Sheree, as a she's a woman that's up there, and her body, she does look good, and she works out her butt sitting, everything's tight, really, she's giving, the Tina Turner arms, like, so
arms.
Yeah, she's like, really strong.
Angela Bassett,
arms, yeah. The Angela Bassett, yes, she's definitely giving You know, so I think she could really work this out, just do some exercise and stuff, make some exercising videos, like get a little app, like a workout with she works out with Sheree, you know, something like that. That something catchy and just be, you know, and then after people see it, they're gonna want like Sheree, what yoga mat you use it? Sheree, is that a what about, you know? She could get a She Works Out with She by Sheree Nation. Like,
I agree. And it's also funny to see how Sheree flip-flops, you know, from person to person, because when Kenya is over there explaining how Marlo, you know, did her wrong and, you know, was making up lies about her being sick.
She on the side.
Right, And then when Marlo was over there talking about Kenya being a hoe, preach, yeah.
Like
that type of person is treacherous. So
yeah, she's definitely a good old Johnny cake.
You cannot trust somebody like Sheree. I need to find out what sign she is, because she is dirty as they come.
Yeah, like girl, you stand for nothing. This is why she's not gonna be very successful. I think she just goes with everything and try take a little bit from here, a little bit from here, instead of being her authentic self.
Cairo over there with Tyler Perry Studios. He over there with Tyler. So
who?
Cairo. He was doing some stuff over there.
Oh yeah, they said that he was like a stage handler, like something.
He was handling some over there on the stage. From what you know, they saying.
I hope he wasn't doing no casting calls.
Tyler would do the casting calls, and Tyler has the final say.
Right. I'm saying, is it a casting couch?
But I hope that Kenya finally sees through Sheree. I think that they're still cool now, but she did mention something about double agents. She was calling Marlo a double agent, but the double agent was sitting right in front of you.
Right, that's the double agent. You talking to her.
But I think they both are. But this is typical Sheree behavior, so I'm not surprised. So I don't know who organized this last dinner at the final dinner, but they meet up. Drew got there first because she ain't got nothing else to do. She ordered the drink. Sanya gets there, and it's hella awkward.
Right, it was. It was very. Do I get a hug? Do I get a hug?
I mean, I'm not hugging people that I'm beefing with. Just
right, I was looking at her like.
But and then that's when I was trying to question the beef. Like, how did this even start? Why are y'all so mad at each other? Like, I've never been mad with somebody.
I don't think they're mad at each other. I think Sanya is mad at her because Drew doesn't seem like she has a problem with Sanya.
And everything Drew does is a problem. Like, she can't make a face. She can't do this. She can't say that. You know, y'all are starting to become like almost bullies a little bit.
I think she's trying to do the last one in, first one out. Because you coming for Drew, like, why? Like, girl, like, it makes no sense. Like, make it make sense, please.
I'm sure it's something with baby oil because you know how Tyler Perry movies go. Y'all know how they go.
I just don't want to believe they up there oiling up Cairo.
Well, you put yourself in that predicament. You over there with Tyler, so
right. Me don't want to believe they took the Hoyles out and they oiling them up. Me don't want to believe it.
Let me put this up. Hold on. Let me put the alleged.
Right, allegedly. They allegedly got Cairo down there with the baby oil, but we know it's not no cheap Madani baby oil. We know it's a Johnson & Johnson tick gel baby oil.
So the next person to arrive to the party is Marlo, and she's talking about her sister who's locked up. She said for a traffic violation, and I'm trying to figure out why would they keep you in jail for that long for a traffic violation, even though you got mental problems. I think she's leaving some stuff out. Like,
it is definitely more to that story, and that was like bad for me. I didn't like the way it was. Just like I just didn't like certain things shouldn't be on TV. I was just like, certain things should not be on TV. These boys are young boys that's going to school, you know, whatever like that. And certain things should not be on TV. Like, I know you want to show your nephews and you want to show the stuff that you're doing with them or whatever like that. But that aspect of their lives, I don't think should have been out like that, because you know that your sister. At the end of the day, you know your sister, and you know that she is unstable. You know anything can happen when you put her out there. So for you to subject those boys to that, like
have it on camera and
have on camera, because it's different when things live on in infamy than something that happened private. Like if something happened private, it's easier sometimes to move on and to evaluate the situation. But when something happened publicly, especially those growing boys, you don't know what the other kids are going to say to them in school, or what have you. And I don't think that should have been how you incorporated your nephews on the show. I don't think.
Yeah. And it was kind of like you were exploiting them. I'm glad Bravo made the executive decision to kind of cut that out in a way. If you notice, they didn't really play the video.
Yeah, because obviously those boys are you. That's what I'm saying. For you being a Monty, and you know their situation, and you know what these boys probably went through dealing with, because she didn't just get crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So they probably been dealing with this for a while, and a lot of young kids want their parent. You know what I'm saying? They want their parent to be okay. So for you to do that, and like, thank God Bravo did cut it out, because who knows, those kids could have been bawling, or all types of stuff. Like, your sister's unstable. You should not have done that on TV.
Mm-hmm. And thanks for that info, Cleo, because I am going. I love to find new places to go eat. So
he's gonna get his omelet. Let me know how it tastes.
Now with some ketchup on it with my ghetto self.
Right. You're gonna put it on the side. You're gonna put it on the side. You ain't gonna put it directly on it. You're gonna dip it,
No, I squirt.
Oh, you squirt it?
I guess there's two different types of people. I don't dip. Like for an omelet, I would just put the ketchup on top of it.
You do like the W, like you.
Like the zigzag, like a hot dog or whatever. So it's more to that story with the sister. I didn't like how you were exploiting the sister. My thing,
the kids, your sister's not stable.
But if she's that mentally ill, why wouldn't someone have a power of attorney over her and be able to make the decision for her to go to a treatment camp? Why is she still capable to make the decision not to go if y'all are saying that she's mentally unstable? This is the part that, you know what I mean? Marlo doesn't, make it clear on what's going on. Because either you have your mind or you don't. Either you can make decisions or not. So why are they trusting someone who's mentally ill to make a decision on whether they get treatment?
I don't know. I just didn't like that scene. That was just terrible to me.
And Kenya's wig. We have to talk about the wig. I just feel like Kenya's been going through a lot and she's stressed out. Obviously, she's stressed out. She was sick. She didn't have time to do her hair. That wig was probably sitting on the bed for 2 or 3 days. And she didn't have time to brush it or comb it. Or, it's humid down here.
Yeah, she just sat it on and left. She was trying to get there on time.
It probably looked good before she, left the house. But, it kind of... I don't know.
It was probably windy that day.
But
we know Kenya got hair. We know Kenya has hair underneath there, and but that was funny. That it was funny.
But if she's sick, then why are they pressuring her to film everything?
They're probably not pressuring her to film. A lot of times in these situations, you don't get paid if you don't show up to the filming, so it cuts your money. So that's probably why she's down to everything sneezing. I'm here.
But I thought you get paid if you appear per episode. I thought that's how it works.
I think it is per episode, per scene. I think they get like how many scenes you're in, and the more you're not there. Candy could afford to miss a scene. She don't got to be there.
But shout out to the way, at least she knew it was messed up. I mean, at least I need to lost you for a second. What did you say?
I said I think Kenya is look, this man may ask for money, alimony. I need all the coin that I could get,
For Kenya's ex-husband?
Yeah.
I don't think he was awarded alimony.
I don't think he's awarded alimony, but you never know what he may dig up, when she may need a lawyer or may need that, them funds. So I think she's just trying to be in every scene that she could possibly be in to get her money.
I think she has a lot on her plate, and it shows. It shows she doesn't have time to, get the wig together. But I mean, she could have put on a hat or something,
Yeah, she could have just souped it.
Oh yeah, Marlo did get her with the Mary Kay joke. That was funny.
That was funny. That's why I said Marlo's funny.
Because the Mary Kay people always be looking like busted. Like they always be
their wigs always be wigging. Like their wigs look real wiggy. Like they got the swoop or the part and it just be real stiff. Just sitting there like, girl, I don't want nothing you're selling.
And then they're always passing out the magazines at work and
Yeah, that's the Avon too. Like the Avon and the Mary Kay. Like somebody always passing out an Avon. But now they done got sophisticated with the Avon because now they scan this thing so you could get my my number so I could be your I don't want it. I don't want it. No.
Oh, that's what they're doing now?
It's like a little thing you could scan. So once you scan, their account comes up and their name, whatever, and you buy the products through that person's account, who's ever that Avon representative.
Mm-hmm. So do they still sell Avon? Is Avon still a company? Or
yeah, they still selling it because every time I go to the doctor up here in the Bronx, up here by Montefiore in the Bronx, the Avon lady is out there. Like she has a permanent stand out there. That's how I found out because I'm not going to even front. I like their bubble baths. So when I saw the table and she had her little Avon, I ran over there. I was like, the bubble baths, how much? She's like 2 for $15. So I'm like 2 for $15. Ooh, give me 4. So I was like, and I was like, so you out here every day? So she was like, yeah, but if you want to order, just scan. Like it was like a little tent, and she had like a little scannable thing. So I was standing like back, like trying to scan. So she's like, just scan my thing, and then all my information will come up. I was like, oh, so you don't have the book? She's like, no, we do have the book, but I don't have none in. I gave them all away. So just scan that. And everything would come up. So I was like, wow, you're very sophisticated.
Yeah, I beat the shit. I don't think that they have PTO. I don't. they have to show up. They have to show up. I don't think they can call out.
Yeah, it's like if you call out, you missed the check. So I think when she was in that bed and she missed the function with Sheree and they was trying to pretend like they cared about Tyrone leaving her down to the table.
Yeah, the P missed the check. The Mary Kay people used to always have that pink Escalade that they used to drive.
Right, wasn't it a pink Cadillac?
It was a pink Cadillac. I don't know if they still sell it now.
Is Mary Kay still is that a still company?
I don't know is Kimmy. Are you selling Avon or Mary Kay? So we could go and put your Avon stuff up.
Right, like you could put your thing up so we could scan it. Like,
put your thing up so we know so people can know where they can get some Avon or some Mary Kay. As a single mama already playing her check this season, she ain't slipping.
Right. She's like, I'm gonna show up there sneezing.
I know Mary Kay is still around. I was asking about Avon.
I want to know if Mary Kay. I wanted to know is Mary Kay still around because I know definitely Avon is.
Yeah, I mean, can you buy it on Amazon? Like nowadays,
Avon, I'm not sure, but I'm probably they got those Armani and the Odyssey. Remember Odyssey and Sweet Honesty. Deodorant, but now they got like a new Chinese flavor, like Mayaki or something like that. That one smelled pretty good.
Chinese flavor.
It was like it had some Oriental. It's called Mayaki or something. It's like green, and it smelled pretty good. But the Amari, that's the go-to. That Midnight Magic or something, and Sweet Honesty and stuff like that. The roll-on deodorant, the rollers. Mm-hmm. The Avon had that, but they did have one product that was really good. It's called California. And they don't make it anymore. All the good stuff they stopped making. And I wonder what was in it.
I beat the shit says she called out today. I mean, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Did you call out because Beyonce told you to quit your job? So
yeah, right. Everybody called out.
Avon rep says college, and yes, they have them on Amazon too. Y'all go to Kim and Nicole page, get y'all some Avon.
Yeah. Like put your code up. Like, don't you have a code or something like where they could order under you?
Or maybe they can just, if she don't want to post it, I mean, y'all could just go on her page and ask her what her information is, so y'all can get y'all some Avon.
Yeah, definitely get that bubble bath and you know what? The skin's so soft. That's what that skin's so soft. Mm-hmm. The spray. I don't even know if they have the spray anymore, but you used to spray it on. See, that's the type of baby oil that they need. You spray that, And the foot care line was good too.
Yeah, that's what I be the shit say. The skin so soft, baby oil is still the truth.
Yeah, that skin's so soft. Mm-mm-mm.
But is it made in Taiwan or is
I
it
don't know,
made?
but it's a come in spray and the squirt. Like you get the squirt or the spray. So when you get I don't know about the pink one, but I like the original smell because they end up making like a new one, like a pink flavor. But the green, I think it was like a teal green color, the original.
Mm-hmm.
That one, it was pretty good. Sure, I want some now.
So, bringing it back to the dinner, Kenya, I'm sorry, Candy is in LA. So now it's like when you're absent, now you're topic of discussion, and they use that as an opportunity to dog Candy out, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Sheree making it seem like Candy done did something to you. I just feel like Sheree acts like a 10-year-old. Like, don't nobody need to call you every time something happens. You know, it wasn't even that serious. It wasn't like a family member died or something. You got dumped by a jail pen pal. That's it.
And girl, ain't you barely like to tell your business as it is. No one's going to be calling you now unless you bring it up, Sheree. Like, you know better. I think she just has it out for Candy. Like, she doesn't like Candy.
And I did like the way that Kenya was sticking up for Candy at the table and basically saying that there's nothing wrong because it was talking about Candy didn't call and Candy didn't do this. Even Sanya said, I didn't know what to say. Like, people don't know what to say in certain situations.
Yeah, like you sitting down to the table crying. You're not a crier. We've never seen you in relationship with anyone. So we really don't even know how to approach you with that. If I was her friend, I would personally wait for her to say something. Like, when she say something, then I'd be like, yeah, I heard, are you okay? But I'm not going to bring it up to embarrass you further.
Right. And they just use that as a segue to just dog Candy out, but then let Candy call or something. Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, Candy Yams.
Candy Yams. That if she called Candy Yams, if I was Candy, I'm like,
I think this is gonna be a good reunion because Candy is heated. Like, Candy is mad. She is mad.
Candy started talking through her teeth, and she started shaking.
Yeah, like 50 feet away, then they start talking about you. Go to the bathroom, they're gonna start talking about you as soon as you get up and go to the bathroom. Like, who wants to be around that?
You gotta stop playing with Candy because
And what I see in the future happening is Candy probably dropping off the show because all of these catty women try to start beef with her.
I don't think Candy's not you. Candy, you don't have to force her out.
Candy, I don't know. I don't think needs the show anymore, and I don't think that she's necessarily bringing anything this season.
She's not. The Candy's not a quitter. If you see Candy personality, Candy gonna ride that thing out and make herself visible and try to do more stuff. Like, she's not.
She's a moneymaker for Bravo, but as far as this show, especially this season, she ain't really doing nothing for me, at all. All we know is that she had the vibrating panties, and then
right. But I do want to see more from Candy. I don't want to see only sex on the show. Like, as far as on the show and what you're representing on the show, I want to see more. Like, take us on your acting auditions.
Well, they did show a little bit of her acting. That series that she's doing with Jessie Woo, but even that character is kind of like a sexual character,
right? Because that character in there is like a sex pot. Like,
yeah,
that's what I said. I want to see the behind the scenes of how do you get these roles. Like, I want to see the like, how do you go in for your auditions? Does the managers call you and say, hey, they want you, Candy? I want to see more of that.
I think we should see more from Candy, like, in the future, but as of right now, she ain't bringing it. She ain't doing nothing. So the last part I did want to address is the ass kissing from Sanya to Sheree and Marlo. She offers them a free trip because she didn't invite them to the last event. Like, come on now.
Nobody want to go to Portland with you.
Is she talking about Portland, Oregon, or where Portland?
I think Portland, Oregon.
Okay, because once again, that's not like a fun trip. I don't. What's in Portland? Y'all let me know what's in Portland. But as she's doing that, Drew is saying, "You invited me to that too," and then you disinvited me, and then they get into a screaming match, And it's really childish. It's like two sisters like going at each other. And
I think Sanya just needs to sit down.
I do agree with Drew. I do feel like Sanya's clout chasing a little bit. Just a little bit. And she's trying to ride the coattails off of them to, be back on the next season.
Right. And she keep mentioning these 4 gold medals. Like, girl, no one knows who you are. Like, you're on the Housewives now. Like, we're not at a race.
And they made it seem like Sanya ate at the table, but Sanya didn't really eat like that to me when she said, I got a gold medal. Because Wendy did the same thing with her degrees. Candy did the same thing with her music career. People talk about what they've done, and all of them can say what they've done in the past.
Yeah, because at this point, it's about relevancy. Like, you're not relevant now. Like, girl, we don't even know who you are. Like, if you're not someone who follows track, you're really probably not going to know who Sanya is. Like,
because the show was boring. The show was boring. And after a while, people don't care. Like, people might have cared right after the Olympics, but...
Yeah, people care like right after you won. But after a week later, like, girl, bye. And we are on the Housewives now. This is a whole nother race. You understand? Like, so this is like, girl, you can break up those medals, but, we need you to bring your reading skills down to the Housewives. Like, we don't want your running skills. Like,
I mean, it's like I said before, it's an accomplishment.
It is, and it is. It's a great accomplishment. And she has 4. Like, that is, but girl, you're on the Housewives now. We don't care. You're trying to run. Are you still trying to go run track? Because if you are, then that's going to be relevant to what you're doing. We don't care about your gold medals here.
Did you see the preview to the next episode?
Yeah.
What was some of the things that you saw coming up next week? Because I can't even remember.
I think I saw it. Didn't Tanya get into it again with Drew?
She got into it with Drew, and then she basically told her husband that she doesn't want to have another child.
Yeah, I saw her doing that. But you have a whole brand over being a mommy. Like, I don't know. It's a little weird for me. Like, I understand that, like, at least she knows one is enough. Like, and her husband should stop. Don't even try to push her, because she's probably going to be the one that's going to be the primary caretaker for the child. So if she's saying, no, I don't want a child or whatever like that, just forget it. You know what I'm saying? Because,
I feel like also you got to get all the people out your house before you think about having a baby. You got too many people in the house.
Well, she probably need those people in the house if she's trying to have a baby, being that she don't want one, because she's going to need somebody to watch the baby.
I guess that's true, have a living nanny, but I don't like a cluttered space, even though she lives in a big house or whatever. Allegedly, y'all don't have no furniture.
And the kitchen just got done. Like, who was cooking?
But I mean, I don't like cluttered spaces. I don't like too many people around. I'm just weird like that. It just got to be a certain amount of people. So all them extra people got to go.
Yeah, she probably need all them people anyway. Like, because at the rate she's saying that she doesn't want, I don't want any kids, and it was really big for me. Like, she's saying that it was hard, like it was stressful, So I think her husband should not even push her. Like, just leave it alone.
I agree.
Oh my God, I'm ready to fight now. See,
what
they're out here with these firecrackers already. I'm like,
I didn't hear it. Snake, you move around with this storyline. Let's see more of the fine hubby tussling with Drew is getting old. Yeah. And y'all fighting over nothing, really. Y'all fighting over nothing. And her husband he just seems really laid back, and he doesn't talk a lot. But I'm really getting tired. I'm really getting tired of Sanya yelling. Every scene she's in, she's yelling. So basically, Queen Paradise is saying Bravo is playing in y'all face at this point. I think Bravo is scraping at straws because they had a lot of people leave that probably should have stayed, like Portia. Cynthia, I don't see nothing wrong with Cynthia. If you got Sanya there, you might as well have Cynthia there.
They can kill orders by bringing Phaedra back.
I think at this point, Candy can go and bring Phaedra. Candy can go. I mean, it's okay because she's not bringing anything else. but vibrating panties and dildos. Y'all thirsty for other people's husband. I don't like that.
Oh, Drew husband?
Not Drew husband. Sanya husband.
Oh, he all right.
Y'all let y'all tell it. The man was saying that she didn't have furniture last week. I'm just going by what she said last week.
Yeah, did she have furniture or kitchen?
She said, we just got a kitchen. So
saying you're looking like, Mom, you ever talk too much. Shut up.
And how you gonna invite people over for dinner? But I think she rented out a space. Like
I think she still didn't have a kitchen. I think the mom, because like, girl, why are we here cooking? Like, we could have went to a restaurant for that. A restaurant.
So I think it's a good season so far. I'm just looking for it to pick up if it's gonna pick up. Like, we need some real drama, and I'm sick of the Kenya Marlo thing that's been going on for 30 years. And then we have the Drew and then the Sanya thing, which is fake to me.
But yeah, I'm getting like that needs to be nipped in the bud because Sanya, you're upset for no reason. Like, you mad at Drew because the way Drew handled other people. Like, girl, mind your business.
It had nothing to do with Sanya, so I really don't think this needs to be a continuation. We don't need Sanya back at all. So moving forward, tomorrow we're gonna do our Let's Get Into It. We have a lot of stuff to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a packed show.
It's going to be a packed show, and we are looking for all of y'all to join us tomorrow at 8:30-ish. We're going to
try to be on time. We're going to try to be.
We're going to try to get on time,
but we're going to try to be on real CP time, Caucasian people time.
We're going to be on the real time. I don't know. I don't like using clear as the standard because clear is not the standard.
We just gonna be on the time.
We just got through Juneteenth, so clear is not the standard.
Are people celebrating Juneteenth like that? Like,
well, I had to go to work, so Juneteenth is actually on Father's Day.
Juneteenth is like a real struggle for me because I know a lot of people in the South always celebrated it. Like, it was always a thing. Like,
I don't think we always celebrated it. We acknowledged it.
Yeah, it was acknowledged, like more so in the South than up north. Like up north, when people mention Juneteenth, what is that? Like, so, but the South, people are more aware of what Juneteenth was. But I'm saying, like, should we be celebrating the freedom of something that shouldn't have never happened? Like, I don't get it. I'm not celebrating Juneteenth or July 4th. I never like July 4th. No, I'm not celebrating because, like, what am I celebrating? Freedom of something, freedom of us being captured and enslaved and then freed when it never should have happened. I think this is just a way to exploit and make money.
It could possibly be that, but I think it's important for us to acknowledge our history because they're trying to whitewash everything. Anyway, I think Juneteenth is more of a holiday for us than 4th of July because
I think we need to make a whole new holiday because I don't think we should be celebrating the day we got freed when we shouldn't have ever been in prison. Like, what are we celebrating? Like, oh my God, they freed us! Yay! When they should have never took us. Like what are we?
We're celebrating our freedom, so I don't see.
And I think we should have had our freedom from the beginning, so it's nothing to celebrate.
Agreed. I do want to say hey to Kimmy, Nicole, Jay Rucker, Ranting with Ricardo, Cheryl, Cleo, Mims was in here. Make It Make Sense. I beat a shit.
Big Girl was here. Jay Rucker.
And I appreciate y'all. If y'all see something on the because Ray all day messaged me. It was like, you got it set for you got the stream set for 8:30 a.m. not 8:30 p.m. So I was like, thank you for letting me know.
Right, I even see.
Yeah, just let me know. Sometime I'll be off. Just let me know. And Queen Paradise, thank you for coming by and leaving your comments, Thick Girl. I appreciate all of y'all, and I hope to see y'all again tomorrow. I'm going to post the banner for tomorrow's show, so go ahead and put your notifications on, put your thumbs up, and like the video, and we will see y'all next time. Y'all have a good evening.
Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Goodbye, y'all.
It's almost time for the Real Housewives of Atlanta review, featuring Shady B, the best beard on YouTube, and Mace Moreau. the wig. You guys ready? Let's get into it. Starts now.